What's up, YouTube? It's Credit Guy Frank here coming to you today with another video. All right, as you guys know, I've been gone for a while. It's the summertime, guys. I've been traveling the country. I've been doing exactly or anything I want to do. All right, and I'm coming back with another video for you guys today because I'm gonna drop you guys game. Y'all always know I got new content coming out, new ideas, new topics, XYZ. If you following this channel, tell the rest of them to catch up. All right, so y'all already know how I do it. I get straight to it, but first, well, let me turn it off. First, I want to let you guys know, if you need anything, of course, you can always contact me. Number is in the description. Personal credit, business credit, credit cleaning, all that good stuff, which is what I'm going to teach you guys today, step by step, okay? And not only am I going to teach you guys how to clean your credit, I'm going to teach you guys how to run a play, and I'm going to also teach you guys exactly what you should do if you don't know exactly what to do yet, okay? Now, without further ado, let's get straight to it, okay? So, when you're cleaning your credit, okay, let me walk you through these steps, step by step. When you're cleaning your credit, the first thing that you want to do, and guys, it is very similar to the videos I was making 5 years ago, okay? It is very similar. It is not exactly the same, but it is very similar, all right? You need to update your personal information, okay? Now, what I mean by that is when you pull your credit report, all right, you can pull your credit report from my annual free credit report. You can pull it from Identity IQ. You can pull it from anywhere, Experian, doesn't matter. Anywhere where you can see all three bureaus, okay? All three bureaus need to have one name, okay? If they do not, then this is going to flag the system. If you have two different names, three different names, it's gonna flag the system because it looks like something weird is going on, okay? So it needs to be one name across the board. It needs to be one address across the board, okay? No previous addresses need to be there. Why? Number one is because it may be linked to an old debt. Number two, even if you have this current address or it's still linked to like different debts and things like that, one address is all you need, okay? Then you need no email, of course, and you need to make sure that you update if you have or if you can an employer. And that is really it, all right? And make sure your date of birth is the same throughout each bureau, okay? Once you have that, you can easily be identified and there are no discrepancies, all right? Now, once you send that letter in or if you fax it in or if you call over the phone, if you send a letter in, you need to make sure that you're putting your identification in there as well, like your ID, a bill with your name on it and the address, right? Make sure that they can't give any stall tactics. That's first step, like that's first things first, because even if you clean your credit, which it makes it harder to clean your credit, but even if you clean your credit and you have different names and different addresses and stuff like that, they're not going to approve you, or they're going to approve you for very, very small amounts. So you could be approved for 20,000, but you'll never know it because they're going to only approve you for 8,000 because they want to be safe. Okay, so make sure that you update your personal information. That is key to this process. All right. Number two, the first letter that you send is you want to make sure that you send a debt validation letter. Okay, you want to make sure that you send that because you want to set them up to send you something like verified or send you a bunch of records that they have and things like that. But that's not any of the things that you asked for. Okay, I didn't ask you a list of my transactions. I didn't ask you for anything like that. I asked you to verify that this debt is mine. Okay, period. That is the first letter that you want to send. Once they respond to you, and of course you want to send that certified mail return receipt requested. Okay, that means that they're gonna have to sign for it, and now you have them liable. So keep that receipt. All right, keep that receipt. It's very, very essential to this process. Now, the second letter that you send is you want to also detail each thing that you have a discrepancy with, okay? So first they're gonna verify, quote unquote, they're gonna verify this. Then you wanna send in each letter to talk about the discrepancies. Also, you wanna send your credit report in with that from my annual credit report, okay? So you want to send that so that you can highlight the discrepancies and things like that, because you want them to know that you know exactly what you're talking about, and you need them to know that here are the errors. Go ahead and remove them, correct these late payments, using 1666B, or just remove the collection in general, remove the debt. All right. So that's the second letter. Very, very important. Okay. Now the third letter is where the sauce comes in. All right. Now it doesn't matter. Remember, it doesn't matter what they send back to you. Okay. You're not worried about that. You're operating solely off of what you know. Okay. So you can continuously watch this video to reference exactly what you should be doing, which steps, and why. Now, the third letter that you send needs to be the letter that is going to demand them delete whatever it is. And mind you, they have 15 days on this last letter. It's demanding whatever it is to be taken off, or you're going to go to the courts. Okay. Now, after you have these 3 letters sent, all right, and also you have the return receipt for all of them, which will have the barcode and everything that you'll need for the proof that somebody got this and somebody signed for this. What you'll then want to do is you'll want to go to the CFPB. You'll want to file a complaint for each separate bureau: Experian, TransUnion, Equifax. If the debts are on each bureau. If they're not, then you go to the ones that it's on, right? Simply put. But you want to go to the CFPB, and then you want to file an FTC complaint, and you also want to file a BBB complaint. Okay. Now, that is the last step. But before you do that, okay, because I'm talking to you guys about getting funded. There's just a process of cleaning your credit, because I need you guys to catch up. All right. I need you guys to catch up. And also for the people who are just coming to this channel, I need you guys to know exactly where we are in this process or how we got so far. Okay. So you want to have either a business already ready to go, structured correctly, already good, or you want to make sure that once you send that second or third letter, you want to make sure that you have a trade line or authorized user trade lines that's about to hit your account. Okay? Because once you file that FTC report for aggravated identity theft, which a lot of people try to say, oh, well, it's this or it's that, blah, blah, blah. Most people, let me tell you guys something, guys. Most people don't want you to win. They use different words like, oh, well, that's an error, or that is, that's not aggravated identity theft. You don't want to do this, you can get locked. Guys, if a company, which is a person, look up the real definition of person, okay? It's not every human. A business is a person, okay? So if a person is sharing your information without your knowledge to another person or entity, without your knowledge, guys, that is aggravated identity theft at its finest. Okay? So once you understand that and stop getting used to people just doing whatever they want to do, you can understand, like, okay, this is a valid FTC report because you have the documentation showing that you try to do it the right way, which is why we do it that way and don't go straight towards that, right? You have the documentation, you have the CFPB complaint. Once you file that FTC report, it's getting wiped, all right? It is getting wiped. Now, you want to throw those trade lines on there is because in case they decide to put it back on, all right, in case they decide to put it back on, and I didn't talk about freezing LexisNexis and all of that because I'm trying to kind of get through it, but we spoke about that, okay? So you want to freeze them, of course, but once you get to that process, you want those trade lines to hit so that when every negative item comes off your credit report, you can then be ready for funding, okay? Now, here's what I would do if I were you. We have the mindset of abundance over here, okay? So a lot of you guys that are already in my classes, that already got access to my content and things like that, you guys understand that buying businesses is the best possible thing that you could be doing right now, all right? It's a lot of mom and pop places and things like that they're older, more hands-on businesses are more popular, okay? So if a business has been open for 10, 15 years, guess what? You can look at all of the records, and I'll have exactly where you could do that down below in the description under my phone number. But you can look at all of the different businesses that are looking to be sold, and you only have to put down like 10 to 20% on that business. So this business could be making $8,000 a month, $4,000 a month. All you got to do is put down $15,000, Maybe the business costs 120,000, 130,000. All you gotta do is put down like 15,000 and you good. That's easy cash flow. All right. Now you want to throw that trade line on there so it can meet, so that when you file the FTC report and they remove all the negative items, you can immediately go and get funded. All right. And if you guys want me to drop where you should go get funded in, drop that in the comments. Where should I go get funded? Drop that in the comments, and I'm going to let you guys know exactly where you should get funded at according to your location. All right. Because that's very, very, very important. But the way you go and get funded is not operating off of one bank. The way you go and get funded is you need to make sure that you understand who is giving out loans and credit cards under one inquiry. All right, that's gonna give you a lot of money, and I always like to dumb it down. I'll tell you 50,000, but you can easily make 70,000. All right, I'll tell you 20,000, but you can easily make 50,000. That's just how I rock. Cause I know if I tell you a higher amount and then you end up making lower, you can be like, dang, like you said this. So I'm gonna tell you a lower amount and you can make higher. All right, but I need you guys to be running these plays. I need you guys to be getting this money, guys. Crypto is booming, like I told you guys in the videos I was making before. Everything is popping right now. Get your credit clean, get your businesses in order, get everything ready to go, help the people around you so that y'all can go win. All right, stop worrying about what Donald Trump is doing. Stop worrying about all of this goofy stuff on the internet that ain't got nothing to do with making sure that you doing what you're supposed to do. Because as you guys know, ain't nobody finna knock on that door and make sure you got money in your pocket. All right, let's get it, man. It's Credit Guy Frank here, coming to you today with another video, man. Like I told you guys before, I'm back. I'm dropping game after game after game. Let's get it.